peace and unity.
confirm whether everything is okay. All right. Hello, can you confirm? Can you confirm? Hello. Okay, all right. Welcome everybody to 2021. And I will start by congratulating everybody that has made it to 2021. We came, we saw, and we conquered 2021. Congratulations to everyone. Last year, and I have a reason for previous years, I usually send out the blueprint, but this year I have a strong premonition, not just to send it out, but to broadcast it so that people can catch the spirit of the vision. And apologies for technicalities here and there. This is my first time of doing a YouTube live video. This is my first time of doing it, so technical issues or just trying our hands. But this is 2021. We have to try new things and we have to move. Okay, now the year 2020 was tagged the year of the connected economy. Can technical team confirm whether everything is okay? Because I'm not getting your response. I need the confirmation. Is everything okay? Okay, all right. All right. The year now, like I said, why I'm broadcasting this blueprint is for people to catch the spirit of the vision, because sometimes you may read something and it may not be communicated the way the person intended, and that's why I'm live here so that I can communicate it to you. Now, people that went through the blueprint last year and they implemented it, they saw the result in their business. So I'm going to start. The year 2020 was tagged the year of the connected economy, and it was tagged go and dominate. The year of the connected economy, go and dominate. Now, the year 2020 will not only dominate, it lived up to its status. We not only dominated, but we redefined network marketing, and not just in Nigeria, but in Africa and the world at large. Now, the year 2020 was without a doubt an unprecedented year. It was a year we will never forget in a hurry. A year that defied human logic and threatened the very basis of our human existence. However, despite the challenges that it brought, that the world lacked answers for, we engendered massive feats, surpassing limitations of the status quo, and we dominated the media space. In early 2020, coronavirus struck the world, and suddenly we woke up to an abrupt halt in life's activities globally. Our businesses shut down as presentations were prohibited, and the stench of bad news filled the air. Fear and uncertainty like never before faced us head on. Many thought the world was coming to an end. But right in the middle of this, we picked up the gauntlet, we fought through our worst fears, and we forged ahead to create the most memorable year in the history of our business. Last year, we tripled our growth rate of 4 years in just 1 year. We started the year with 165,000 members in terms of code generated. But as of yesterday, we are closing the year with close to 500,000 members per head code. This was accomplished despite the odds intimidatingly stacked against us. Last year, we launched La Buena Vida and La Buena Vida 2.0. People that saw the La Buena Vida was launched in February, and also saw the La Buena Vida 2.0 that was launched in November. We launched it with over 40 people of our partners buying their white luxurious cars with virtual internet with this. Last year, on the 19th of December, which simultaneously fed over 50,000 families across the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, without any supplemental funding or assistance from any external body. A Nobel Prize we proudly pioneered in our profession. Last year, we created more millionaires. In the year 2020 alone, we created more millionaires than we have created in the past 4 years combined, right in the middle of the worst pandemic and recession to ever hit the world and our nations respectively. Why did we do all this? The answer is simple. C1 FG is made up of leaders. This is what our business does to the human mind. It makes us rugged, relentless, and fearless. With the kind of rejections and emotional tugs that one faces in our business, you come out cooked and ready to confront any challenge. As you continue in this business forges you to becoming one of the most sought after treasures in the world, a leader. While some people were lamenting in the face of turmoil, leaders take advantage of the situation and turn it to their opportunity. Now, as we draw down the curtains of a new year, it's imperative that we intentionally shut out the year 2020. People couldn't wait to just let the year just end. I bet make it just end. But we can't leave the year without keeping at heart the vital lessons from the year 2020. Now, there are two major lessons we need to glean from the year 2020. The first one is this. Number one, the first lesson we must take from the year 2020, it does not matter what happens to you, but how you react to what happens to you is what defines the outcome. The same water that softens the yam hardens the egg. The same pandemic hit everyone, but C1 FG made the most of it. The second thing you need to learn, the second lesson we need to take out from 2020 is the word impossible is only a mirage. It only exists in the mind of the person who believes in it. Impossible can be read either as impossible or impossible. Whichever line of interpretation you take is correct. Aboard this new season in time, it's also necessary that I bring to the fore the quagmire of 2020 and what she has left us, the world over. Now, cut off the coronavirus, the world over has endured a metamorphosis that it may not recover from. And I keep saying it, the world has changed. It won't recover from it. Even in the next 5 decades, the world will not recover from 2020. Now, listen to this. The fact that the coronavirus that brought the world to her knees was not an act of God, but was manufactured in a lab in China and distributed all over the world. That fact has opened the Pandora's box. The horrendous knowledge that it was man-made already, more like a biological weapon, has redefined the world. The realization that anybody from anywhere can develop something, jump onto the next available flight, and contaminate the world shows as this may be the beginning of the end. The end might still take hundreds of years to come, but I strongly believe that this is a chemical reaction that has changed the way the world is. The way countries have imposed lockdowns, even after the initial lockdown, failed to curb the spread of the virus, with barely enough recovery breaking time in between, has without doubt changed the way businesses is run, investment is made. This pandemic has beyond refute and without our permission transitioned us into a new world. So as we enter 2021, let me x-ray to you the new world that's handed over to us by the pandemic. Now, it is ridiculous to think that the world is remaining the same. No, the world is not the same anymore. This pandemic has handed over to us a new world. And I'm going to take my time to x-ray the new world because we are living in the world. So you need to know how. Now, number one, right now we're living in a world where everything seems unpredictable, unstable. As a result, there is instability and uncertainty. Now, whenever there is instability and uncertainty, what happens is people remain inactive. Now, when people are inactive, redundancy sets in and usually cuts the nation's GDP drastically. On the 18th of December, Nigeria was served another lockdown by the presidential task force, restricting events guests at wedding to just 50 people and shutting down completely in the interim recreational centers, bars, pubs, clubs, and restaurants during the most celebrated festive season in our country. The point is that people make investments because when there's uncertainty, people don't make investment. People are not quick to take action. If you don't know what's happening in the street, you stay in your house. You're not quick to just, okay, let me go. No, no, no. You don't know what's happening. So when there's instability, people are redundant, people are inactive. People may drag their feet to make investments or plan effectively for the long term. People can't plan for the long term. People cannot even fix their wedding. People cannot even, they don't even know, should I fix my wedding? Should I start school? So the effect is redundancy, the effect is inactivity. And guess what? Long story cut short, if people cannot make hasty investment decisions or plan effectively, two adverse effects will result from this. Number one, the difficulty of job retention rises. And secondly, since there's no creativity, there'll be little or no job creation. People are scared to make investments, so there's going to be little or no job creation. That is the first thing. That's the first world the pandemic has handed over to us. Secondly, there are going to be closure of so many businesses because we are being handed a world where certain kinds of business are going to go into extinction. Businesses that have existed for years and upon which many families are dependent on will crumble. Thirdly, people will lose their jobs, and those who already lack have an even bleak future ahead. Now, listen, we survived a new world where human capital in terms of man hours is no longer needed as before. Many companies have been running on 20% of their capacity and they've managed to survive. So, consequently, those who have jobs may likely lose them. When all this is over, a company that had 200 staffs have been running with 20, 30 staffs. When everything is over, is wondering, why do I need to bring back? I've already adjusted to these few staffs. Why do I need to bring back this staff? I mean, what are they even doing? All right. So those who have jobs may likely lose them, and many businesses will either shut down. In America alone, millions of jobs have been, the small businesses have collapsed. That's America. That's in developed countries. Now, many businesses either shut down or long on lower human capital. And those who never had jobs will have nothing on the shelves for them. If you are thinking, okay, oh, now people are looking to save their jobs already, not even looking at getting new jobs. All right. Now, Nigeria has currently entered the worst recession in 36 years. Notwithstanding, right in the middle of all this chaos comes one of the greatest opportunities of a lifetime, La Buena Vida. Now, let me tell you, in the midst of darkness, there's always a flicker of light. In the midst of doom, there's always a glimpse of hope. And ladies and gentlemen, in the midst of all that is happening, La Buena Vida is here. La Buena Vida is a ray of hope in the dwindling economy. To the common man, La Buena Vida is his hope to play in the game, pay his house rent, pay his children's school fees, and feed his family. To the average person, in the midst of the darkness, the chaos, the gloom, the uncertainty, La Buena Vida is one sure way he can become a millionaire. That's to the lower class. Then to the upper class, La Buena Vida is a wish not to fall out of the game, not just to maintain their standard of living and possibly raise it. In other words, to the upper class, La Buena Vida is a way to actually maintain and not just go down. Now, to the younger generation, those coming out of school, those students in school, they don't even know whether people don't even know when they're graduating, they cannot even plan. Is ASO on strike? Is it virtual? No, people don't even know. To those sort of people, La Buena Vida is the wish not to fall out of the game, not just to maintain. Is to the younger generation, La Buena Vida will become the dream to up their game, the dream for them to live a good life, and the dream for them to become. For if you're a student listening to me and you're wondering, in the midst of all these things, when am I even going to graduate? When am I going to serve? And start looking for jobs where there are no jobs. You're hearing downsizing here and there. You're confused. You don't know what to do. La Buena Vida is the hope for you to become a multi-millionaire. As we enter into 2021 on the back of these challenges, La Buena Vida will come poised to solve one of the greatest problems of humanity in the sub-Saharan Africa. which is creating millionaires. 2020 was declared the year of the connected economy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my humble submission. It's with great delight, it's with excitement, it's with great joy that I welcome you to 2021. It's our year of creating millionaires in the connected economy. No excuses. 2021 is our year of creating millionaires in the connected economy. No excuses. Now, of all the blueprints, every year lives to it. And this year, we're going to be raining down millionaires everywhere. People are going to becoming a millionaire will be like a walk in. It's going to be like more in a sachet, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to create the. In fact, as you're listening to me, I'm not talking about you becoming a millionaire. I'm talking about you going ahead to create millionaires. Millionaire status will be like, what was that? Millionaire? No, because everybody is going to be like a millionaire. Now, I'm going to carefully craft out the blueprint, and that's why I'm doing this now, so that anybody who reads this will know how to create millionaires in the connected economy in 2021 and beyond. Just like other years have lived up to the status, 2021 will also live up to the status. Millionaires will be created. To be making a millionaire a month will be like, I beg, it's just normal. It's just normal. It's not even news. To become a millionaire is not even news. Creating millionaires is not a walk in the park. This is why the blueprint is to help you get there. That is why I'm running this blueprint to help you to get there. One of the things I have learned is that it is not good to reinvent the wheel. If you see anyone that has created the kind of success you're looking for, just model that person. And in the short while, you not only get there, but you can even surpass the person you're modeling. Isaac Newton said in 1675, and I quote, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." And like I said previously, and I keep saying, do not follow a man who has acquired the kind of success you're looking for. Follow a man who has not just acquired your desired level of success, but has helped people in your current state acquire the same status of success you're looking for. Don't follow somebody that knows the road to Bauchi. Follow someone that constantly takes people from your location to Bauchi all the time. Because you can be guaranteed that person can always, that's what he does. That's what he does. He takes people from your location. If you're in Abuja, he ferries people from Abuja to Bauchi. That's what he does for a living. That's the kind of person you follow. Because you can be rest assured, if you're taking other people successfully, he too can take you. By the special grace of God, I've created millionaires in the connected economy. I've also created a lot of 8-figure a month earners in the connected economy. It is obviously my forte, as I've done it repeatedly. And that's why you should pay close attention to the remaining parts of this blueprint. What does it take to create a millionaire? First of all, you need to become a millionaire because you cannot give what you don't have. But there are 5 pillars that if you follow it judiciously this year. Now, when I talk about the blueprints, for those that have followed me and the blueprint, you know that it's like it is a blueprint. If you play with what is happening here, you see, last year I talked about the blueprint of 2020. People that played with it, it crashed right before their faces. Now I'm going to give you 5 pillars of the blueprint. When I talked about the blueprint, I talked about cell meetings. If not for the cell meetings that we made mandatory, nothing would have happened last year. So I need to give you 5 pillars that you must. I don't say you should. This is not advisory. It's one thing to advise somebody, take vegetables, take vitamins, take water. No. When you're sick, they prescribe, take 2 tablets of Coartem. It's not an advice. What I'm about to tell you now is not an advice. It's a prescription. If you want to get well, please the doctor will tell you, please take 2 tablets of Coartem in the morning, take 1 Panadol, do this. It's a prescription. It's not an advice. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to create millionaires in the connected economy this year, then I'm going to give you 5 prescriptions. You must. Now, I'm reading this thing so that I won't miss any part of it. So stay with me. Now, the number 1 is what? A heart of gold. The first prerequisite, the first pillar to creating millionaires is you must possess a heart of gold. This is a prerequisite for you to create millionaires. A heart of gold is a heart. What is a heart of gold? A heart of gold is a heart that is genuinely interested and deeply concerned about other people. It is a heart that yearns for the success of others. A heart that puts people above business and not business above people. A heart of gold is a heart that is selfless. You can liken it to the heart of a mother nursing her newborn. The mother's concern is invested solely on the newborn, with all the matters concerning herself relegated to the background. All she thinks about is the care and well-being of the newborn. You must develop this kind of heart towards your teammates and prospects so that you act to enable you create millionaires 2021. People who do not consciously and intentionally develop this kind of heart will lose steam in their business this year. Let me say it again. People who do not consciously, now listen to me. People who do not I'm sorry for people that are not listening to these blueprints because they won't catch it. People who do not consciously develop this heart will lose steam. Their business will lose steam this year. This heart of gold must be deliberately developed to attract and keep people. Creating a millionaire is a daunting task. You will need a strong will fueled by the heart of gold. Research shows that people are more likely to last long in battle and overcome if the reason they are fighting is for the betterment of other people who are less privileged. Make no mistakes, a heart of gold is a prerequisite for creating millionaires in 2021. It cannot be skipped. You must be on purpose to achieve this. How do I develop a heart of gold? Since you're telling me that I can't create millionaires if I don't have a heart of gold, how do I develop a heart of gold? Number one, there are three things. Number one, always exercise empathy. Continually see yourself in the position of others. See your teammates, see your prospects, put yourself in the position of your teammates and your prospects. Consider them the way you consider your blood relatives, and your heart disposition will change. When you're saying something, if this person is my mother, how will I treat her? Let's say it's my brother that came to sign up into this business. Treat your teammate like your younger brother, like your younger sister, like your spouse, like your girlfriend, like your boyfriend, like your fiancé. Treat them like your father, like your mother. Begin to see them when they come with a problem. I've not been able to encash. How if it's your younger brother that comes with you like that, how do you react? You will say, go. You say, come. Okay, let me give you a special. That's what you do. That is how you imbibe and create a heart of gold. Number two, practice the art of listening. Make up your mind this year to listen more than talk. People want to be heard and understood. You see, we live in a world where there's a lot of noise. You must be that person that listens to people. People just want to be heard and understood. Remember that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Never forget that it's not always about you. This business is not about you. The world does not revolve around you. It includes others as well. So listen to business where anything goes. No, this time around, just take your time and practice the art of listening. Just listen to people. That person, whether whatever he's saying is right or wrong, just listen to the person. In that way, you begin to develop empathy and a heart of gold. Then the third way to develop the heart of gold is without ceasing. You're going to recite the affirmations that will come at the end of this blueprint. I'm going to read it out as I close. Please make sure every meetings you recite this. When you wake up in the morning, you recite this affirmation, declaring that you have the heart of gold and you care about people. When you repeatedly say things to yourself, you begin to morph into your affirmations and they become your reality. That's the first pillar. You must develop a heart of gold. Pray to God, ask God to help you. God, please give me a heart of gold, change my heart. If you're the kind of person that is always insensitive to people, if people are saying that you're insensitive to their feelings and to their needs, if one person, two people, three people say that you don't really care about how they feel, you need to pray to God, God, please change this heart, give me a heart of gold. Give me a heart of gold. Confess it, affirm it. Because without a heart that genuinely cares about other people, you're not going to create millionaires in 2021. Now, let me go to the second pillar. The second pillar, very, 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 very if you must be able to create multi-millionaires, then you must industrialize the connected economy. That's the second pillar. Industrializing the connected economy. Now, we witness the gradual winding down of the industrial economy. Now, even though the industrial economy will not be totally eliminated, the time has come for a new economy to take over. That's the connected economy. Now, what does it mean to industrialize the connected economy? In as much as the industrial economy is slowly slipping out of fashion, the structure, the tenets, and the principles that anchored it may not quickly disappear. As we enter into this decade, this is 2021, the beginning of one stands for the beginning. So 2021 is the beginning of a new decade. As we enter into this new decade, a lot of people will rush into the connected economy, even though it's a breakthrough. Listen to me. Listen to me. The people that will thrive in this new connected economy are the people that bring into position the tenets, the disciplines, the principles, and the operations of the industrial economy. Let me say it again. Even though the connected economy is a breakthrough, the people that will thrive in this connected economy are the people that bring into position the tenets, the disciplines, the principles, and the operations of the industrial economy. Now, at the advent of the industrial economy, those days in school, just go to school and become a graduate. A time came, you must have second class upper to get a good job. 20, 30, 40 years ago, just being a graduate was enough. A time came, being a graduate was no longer enough. You must have first class, you must have 2-1. Now, even being a graduate is no longer enough, no matter the first class or quality. Now, some years ago, people were jumping the connected economy. Now, for you to thrive in the connected economy, you must be an edge above the rest. And that is industrializing the connected economy. You must be disciplined. You must have principles. Now, what are the principles of the connected economy? Number one, the first principle of the connected what are the principles of the industrial economy? Structure and organization. One of the exciting attributes of the connected economy is its entrepreneurial streak. You work at your own pace and time. Now, but with this comes the drawback of not being structured and organized. At the dawn of the connected economy, you may have been forgiven for not operating within structure. In this decade, if you try it, you're on your own. If you try to run this business without a structure, you're out of the business. When I say structure, I mean organization and planning in our engagement protocol. I mean repercussions when you go against the model structure. Let's take a bank or a telecommunication firm or even a privately owned grocery store, for example. Their modus operandi follows the street model. You cannot just show up at work or close by your discretion. Or you say yourself, no, you don't. You don't just do things. Just don't wake up and I want to come to work today. I don't want to come tomorrow. No, there are policies. This is what brought the industrial economy to the height where it is. And it won't go down. Yes, it might be out of fashion, but the industrial economy will always be there. Why? Because they have the basic tenets, the culture, and the principle. Now, if a traditional business models the way some of us run our business in the connected economy, it will not last 1 week. If that supermarket downstairs runs it the same way some people are running their business in the connected economy, even in 1 week, they will shut down. Now, they are called organizations because they are very well organized. Institution of penalties as a remedy for defaulters is a complementary byproduct of organization. What I mean is this. All this industrial economy, why they are succeeding? Because they are strict. You don't just come to work late. You don't just do anything anyhow. Now, let me bring it home. Now, due to the massive influx of people in the connected economy, the people that will thrive are those who stick strictly to a daily routine as though they are working for an organization. Guys, I cannot overemphasize this. The people that will succeed in this year are the people that treat their business like it's a job. The people that will thrive are those that stick strictly to a daily routine as though they are working for an organization. The thrivers shall be those who adopt the discipline of the industrial economy, including their mindset inclusive. They do not do the business because they like to do the business, but they do the business because there are repercussions if they do not. They will be the fortune makers of the connected economy in this decade. Guys, the principles of success will never change. Success will never lower its standards to accommodate you. I emphasize this. Join examples from the bank, telecommunication, the grocery store. Now, only people who adopt the disciplined, regimented, appraisals through penalty model of the industrial economy in their business will make a fortune connected economy. If you're coming to 2021, the same way you run a business in 2020, 2019, anything goes, you're in for a shocker. A case in point, a supposed full-timer invites 8 people for an online meeting. I'm just taking a case study. A supposed full-timer invites 8 people for an online briefing. He does not place reminder calls. He forgets to send reminder texts. Maybe invites 8 people, maybe just sends reminder, maybe 5 minutes at a time. He's sending reminder texts to handles his clients or responsibilities in that manner. A verbal rebuke, possibly followed by a query or sack letter, on the subsequent day. Same attitude, but different response sequence. I need you to understand it. The connected economy, nothing. He didn't do anything wrong. But if you try that in the industrial economy, you won't go scot-free. And if you have that attitude in the connected economy, you can't succeed this year. There are 3 types of connectors. We have the full-timers, the part-timers, and the spare-timers. And I'm going to explain each of it very carefully. The spare-timers are people that do the business whenever they feel like, at their spare time. Now, this kind of people can only make what I call supplemental income, which is good. Supplemental income is good. But they should never dream of making a fortune, because nothing that you do in your spare time can make you a fortune. Simple. The part-timers are those, that's the spare timer. It's okay to do it as spare time. Do it in your spare time. You make supplemental income, added cash flow advantage. It's fine. It's perfect. But don't think about making a fortune, because nothing you do spare time makes a fortune. Then the second set of people are what I call the part-timers. The part-timers are people that commit a substantial part of their time building the business outside the time already allotted to their paid employment or other engagements. The part-timer treats her business like a side hustle, like a second or third job, but is regimented and committed to it. This class of connectors can make what I call significant income. Now, the first set of people, the part-timers, can only make what I call supplemental income, just to supplement. But the part-timers can make significant income. Some can even hit 6 figures monthly. Some fierce part-timers can actually hit 7 figures monthly, depending on the quality of time allocated to the business. Still, part-timers can't make a fortune in the business, because there's nothing that you do part-time that can give you a fortune. Some part-timers can make $1 million a month in this business job, but you must be regimented with accountability partners. Otherwise, you're a spare timer. See, if you're a part-timer and it's not regimented, you don't have accountability. You don't have anybody say, why you spare timers don't have anybody asking them many questions. But part-time, someone is asking, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing this? If you're a part-timer and you don't have somebody cautioning you, then you're a spare timer. You can only make supplemental income. Now, if your part-time commitment in the business is 2 hours a day, for instance, those 2 hours must be defined. If it's 6 to 7 p.m., go to prospecting. The target is book 30 people to prospect 30 people in 6 minutes. It's fine. If it's 7 to 8 p.m., go and book prospect for the business opportunity briefing for the next day, and the target is 25 bookings in 60 minutes. So even though you're doing it part-time, you're doing it like a job. If you work in a part-time hotel, if your shift is 6 to 9, those 6 to 9, you come in, log in. There are certain things you need to do. Now, but there must be times you must allot for the business. If you don't allot time for the business, then you're a spare timer. Now, the third part are the people I love so much. They're like they're called the full-timers. Are the people that devote their life to this business. They see it as a cause that they live for. They don't just make, these kind of people, they don't just make money, they make a fortune. They don't just make supplemental income. They don't just make significant income. They make residual income. They make a fortune. Not just in terms of money, but in terms of impact. Why? Because the full-timer creates a duplicable system yielding residual income. The full-timer creates a duplicable system leading to residual income because he has all the time to build a team that will lead to residual income. The spare-timer does not even have the time commitment. The part-timer, even though he has time commitment, does not have the luxury of time to give the business what it really takes. I need to understand this. Because of commitments, the part-timer may not have the luxury. He has not finished balancing books in the back. He has not finished the work. He has not. His boss is calling him, giving him one assignment or the other. He has not even finished. So how will he now have time for the connected economy? So as a result, the part-timers and the spare-timers, they will experience what they call attrition. Attrition is people. You sign up 20 people, 10 are quit. You sign up 30 people, 25 are quit. Why? Because you don't even have time. Just like give birth to a newborn baby. That's why once a mother gives birth, the maternity leave. Otherwise, the baby is going to die. If you recruit somebody, you don't even have time, the person is going to quit. So part-timers, spare-timers, they experience what they call attrition, which is team-based quitting. Part-timers and spare-timers, they find themselves struggling almost all the time, living and reliving the vicious cycle of starting over. They can make significant income, they can make supplemental income. But dude, if you want to make a fortune, if you want to fly your private jet in this business, if you want to drive the cars of your choice, if you want to be able to make significant impact in the last, say this year I'm gonna go to a village and build them schools, put borehole, put water, I'm gonna feed families, I'm gonna cause an impact, then it's gotta be full time. Now it is stated that a full timer makes residual income, but is a full timer but the full timer should justify his status by his commitments. Let me explain. Some people cruise through 2020 as full timers. I'm a full timer. They come in the morning, they come. But if a hidden camera were to expose how they ran their business last year, their conscience will not even allow them to take the money in their DTC. Let me put it right. If a hidden camera were to expose how you run your business last year, your conscience will even order you to refund your monies in your DTC. I mean, you're a full timer, but if they say this is how you played in November, this is how you played in December, some people, immediately it was 20th of December, they shut down their business. Okay. As a full timer, you go to your office in the morning with your day planned out on the activities to carry and ensure you undergo penalties if you default. A full timer is committed to doing certain activities every day. So the first principle of the industrial economy is what I call structure and organization, which I've explained. Then the second principle of the connected economy is what I call statistics and data driven. In the connected economy, let me calm down. Get me some water, please. All right. Now, the second principle it is statistic and data driven. In the connected economy, we do not take proper stock. We just prospect, invite, follow up, and we move to the next. We do not keep records of prospecting numbers in the past days, weeks, months, or the years gone. How then do you hope to forecast your number variables for the present and the future with reference to past numbers? Let me explain. Look at the world. Everything is data driven. Give me water. Everything is data driven. In football, if you're watching football, football is a game, but they will tell you so person has completed 520 passes. Listen to me. That's the world we're living in. That's the industrial economy. This person has run so amount of kilometers. If you come to the boxing game, they will tell you this person has given 23 jabs. Everything is data. Everything has statistics. That is how you measure performance. That is how you know where you're going wrong and what you're doing that is not correct. Take a proper look at the world. Everything is data driven. Numbers are everything. You need to apply them to connect. Observe your numbers. Keep stock of them. Analyze them. Utilize them in your projections and targets. With regard to this, appraisals, scorecards should be applied. Let me bring it home. Come, Mr. Taiwo, you're a full timer. How many people did you invite today? I invited 20 people. How many people came? 2. There's a problem. How can you invite 20 people and 2 people will come? That means there's something about your invitation skill. Come and take it. Because of that, you will now know this person needs an invitation training skill. I know what your problem is. You can't invite 20 people and know these people will come. That means that come and show me how you're inviting the people. But if you don't even know how many people, if there's no even track, you just see him, hey, how is the business? I'm struggling. Yeah, you don't even know where he's struggling. I recently had one of my mentees say her problem is invitation. She doesn't know how to invite. It's because she has records. If you don't have records, you cannot properly appraise. You can't even know where, you can't even know how to diagnose. Just like going to a doctor and saying, get out my body, they feel me. How? I don't know. Like a doctor cannot help you. You must be specific. Statistics and data driven. You can't run your business this year. What happened to the hall? We invited 300 people. How come only 17 people came? What happened? You begin to ask yourself questions so that you can become better next time. This business must be data and statistics driven. Now, the third pillar, the first pillar is you must have a heart of gold. The second one is you must industrialize the connected economy. What it means is that you must take the business the way you must take the business the way the industrial economy sector is handling it. Now, the third pillar is what I call constant momentum. Constant momentum. You cannot become, neither can you create a millionaire without momentum. This is where a lot of people miss it. You see, as after this blueprint, as you step your leg on the pedal this year, full throttle is called pedal to the metal till December 31st. Momentum. That momentum is the ability to stay in motion, to accelerate that already achieved, and to keep it going. Business in the connected economy thrives on momentum. Maintaining motion in your business is the gameplay of our trade, for we know that slow and steady does not win the race. The unsteady supply of this momentum is the reason a lot of people are not millionaires. The reason people are not millionaires is because they don't maintain momentum. The momentum to start a business with, they slack. In 2021, you cannot afford to drop in momentum, a mistake that is very costly. Anybody that tells you, I want to take a break, if you can take a break in 2020, right? Mark my words. You can take a break in 2019 and you come back. If you try it this time around, anybody that tells you wants to take a break, just say require mass. This one is gone. There's no. You need momentum to create millionaires. If it's millionaires you want to create this year, back to back to back, you cannot afford to drop momentum because it's very costly. Now, this explains why a lot of people are stagnant for an awful long time. Envision yourself pushing a vehicle. Let me tell you what it is. You're pushing a vehicle uphill. Yeah. Pushing a vehicle all of a sudden. You're pushing a vehicle all of a sudden. You say, let me go and rest. As you go to rest, by the time you come back, you start again from the beginning. Momentum elongates your journey. When you break momentum, it elongates your journey. You pedal to the metal till you push over the edge. You pedal to the metal till you create a millionaire. When you take on somebody, don't just sign up somebody and you do the person's big announcement, you go and sleep. After 2 weeks, okay, hey, come, no. By the time you're coming, the person is gone. The person is gone and gone. You have to start all over again. Once you take on somebody, as if the person stole your certificate, back to back, help the person, run with the person, follow the person, build momentum, back to back until the person hits the motion and becomes a millionaire. They can leave the person to go. Now, whenever somebody tells you they've been in this business for several years, and yet you observe that the person is not yet a millionaire, there's only one diagnosis for this: no sustained momentum. I've been doing this for 1 year, yet I don't know what is happening. The reason is that the person does not have sustained momentum. He started, but he slacked. He thinks his business is not something he can do. Okay, let me rest. Let me come tomorrow. No, you cannot create millionaires that way, guys. You must have a field calendar, back to back to back. Now, that doesn't mean that you should not rest. No, I'm not saying you should work yourself to the death. It's a mentality thing. You can rest while you're working. You can work while you're resting. All right? You should also take care of your health. Like, make sure you eat, rest, exercise. You see, entrepreneurs, have you ever seen, take this Christmas season, for example. The supermarket in your estate, did they close? No, they didn't close. They didn't close. They opened. They may open half day. They can't wait. You don't rest. They may have closed. They may not open Sunday mornings. They may not open specific days. But they're not resting. They just temporary. Before you know it, they've opened again. It's the employees that work for those people that are grumbling. I want to go for a break. It's like the one in my estate. So they close by 10. They used to close by 10 o'clock. As you're rushing to the, once it's 9:59, they're rushing to close the gate as if you're coming to kill them. Once it's 9:59, that no, 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 no. It's because they are employees, they're not entrepreneurs. The owner of that supermarket, if the owner is standing there, he'll ask you to come in. And guess what? The owner just increased the closeout time to 11 p.m. It was just funny. Now, you must have momentum. That's the third pillar. Now, the fourth pillar, there are five pillars. The fourth pillar, very key, is what I call obsession. You cannot create millionaires until you become obsessed with the business of the connected economy. Obsession with your craft is what will empower you to overcome every obstacle. Obsession is a must if you must make a fortune out of the connected economy in this decade. Obsession is a state of mind. It can be positive, it can be negative. A lot of us are obsessed with social media, especially Instagram. In fact, it's like there's a day I don't even know how I find myself on TikTok. For 15, 20 minutes, I was like, what the heck? I had to quickly run out of it because I don't know I don't know. That's why social media is a bit crazy. Now, you see people obsessing over social media, especially Instagram, obsessing over people, obsessed with football and the likes. The day I stopped watching football consistently was when I calculated how many man hours an average football fan spends glued to his TV watching the Premier League, La Liga, UEFA Champions League, FA Cup every week. Plus the amount of time they spend arguing about the results is insane. A football match is 90 minutes plus the 15 minutes of break time, almost 2 hours. And none of them, you must watch like 2 or 3 matches. If Man U is playing, if a Man U fan, if Chelsea is playing, you also want to watch Chelsea. So if Chelsea loses, you also want to watch. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Tuesday, Wednesday, they're playing Champions League, you watch. This one, they're playing FA Cup, you watch. Come on, each match you watch is 2 hours of your time gone. Now, when your club wins, for the next 30 minutes, 1 hour, you're talking, you're chatting, you're not even coherent. If your club loses, you're depressed. You're depressed, like, wow. Now, that was when I stopped. Now, all these things are obsession. Obsession takes time, energy, and money. We all have obsessions that do not serve us. It is time to begin to switch the obsessions to something meaningful that will serve our world. We all have obsessions that do not serve us. It's time to begin to switch the obsessions to something meaningful that will serve our world. Sometimes, something that will etch our names on the sands of time. Life has dealt with us a lot of things, but you must come to a point where you're going to want to make a meaning out of your life. And for you to willingly switch your obsessions to the connected economy. Now, for you to say, I want to be obsessed about this business, there's something you need to know about the business that we do. For you to say, I want to stop watching football. I want to stop watching. I used to watch a program. I used to be addicted to a program, an opera, Tinsel. I watched this program for years. Like, one day I asked myself, dude, what has Tinsel? One day I met one of the stars and I went to Lagos, I met one of the stars. I was like, yeah, I've been watching it. The guy was like, who? He didn't even send me, yeah. I'm like, okay. Maximize your time more. Now, why would you switch your obsessions? Why would you, do you know the amount of time people spend on Instagram? Why would you switch it to something like this business? You need to understand the connected economy business. For you to willingly switch obsessions to the connected economy, there's something you must be prepared to understand about the business you do. I'm going to explain it to you. Now, this is really going fast. I'm glad. Now, what is the connected economy business? Ask yourself, what is the business that we do? What business do we do? The business of the connected economy is the way that people make supplemental, if you're a part-timer, significant, if you're a part-timer, or residual income, if you're a full-timer, by connecting people to products and services and mentoring a team of people who do the same task professionally. Let me say it again. The business of the connected economy is the way people make supplemental, significant, or residual income by connecting people to products and services and mentoring a team of people who do the same task professionally. Your success in the connected economy is largely tied to your ability to help a lot of people create either supplemental, significant, or residual income. If somebody wants to do spare time, welcome the person. Somebody wants to do part-time, welcome the person. Somebody wants to do full-time, also welcome the person. Don't say if it's not spare time, no, no. You can do spare time, you can do part-time, you can start from somewhere. Now, your success is your ability to help people create either supplemental, significant, or residual income. It is your success in the business that ultimately leads to your success. This is the business of helping people succeed in order to be ultimately successful. That is the business that we do. I am successful because I've helped a lot of people succeed. There is nothing, I'm not successful because I'm tall. No. I'm successful because I've helped a lot of people succeed and I'm helping people succeed. That is the business that we do. You can't afford to be selfish. Now ask yourself, why must I be obsessed? When I say be obsessed with this business, why must I be obsessed with this business? Number one, whatever you don't become obsessed with, you don't become an authority in. One needs to be an authority in a given field in order to be able to help a lot of people succeed in that field. So why should I be obsessed? If I'm not obsessed about football, how can I become an authority of football? If I'm not obsessed about lawn tennis, how can I? So for me to be able to help a lot of people, I need to be obsessed. I need to be obsessed with it. Number two, why must I be obsessed in this business? Number two, everything you're looking for, mark my words, everything you're looking for in life is embedded in this business. You're looking for money is in this business. You're looking for personal growth is in this business. Because the person you become while doing this business is priceless. Who was I 4, 5, 6 years ago? People that know me that one shy, introverted, remotely disconnected dude that walks into a room nobody even knows. That's who I was. Shy. What I mean shy out. If you ask those that went to school, shy out of the park. That's where I was. I couldn't even talk to. Shy, disconnected, remotely disconnected dude in one place that people don't even. That's where I was. But when I got into this business, I began to develop myself. I began to come because I know just like if a single parent, maybe you give a single parent, you have a responsibility, or you give birth to a child when nobody will tell you you have to fend for the little child. When I saw that, hey, I'm growing the team and I need to provide that. I didn't sleep for nights. This blueprint took me a lot of time to do this because I know I have responsibilities. And that's how it works. Who you become in this business is priceless, guys. It's priceless. Who you eventually become in this business is priceless. Whatever you're looking for, whether you're looking for money is in this business, you will make lots of money. Whether you're looking for personal growth, it's in this business. Because when you have 20 downlines looking up to you, you will grow by will or by force. Whether you're looking for contribution, want to make impact in the lives of people, it's in this business. Everything you're looking for, you all unbox it as you do this business. This business is a one-stop shop for all your needs in life, spiritual, financial, physical, psychological, and social needs. This business is one business that gives you everything in life. That's why you should focus on this business and be obsessed with it. Show me a man or a woman who is successful in this business. I will show you a man or woman who is accomplished in life. In the beginning, while doing this business, your family and loved ones may suffer your continued absence. Your social life will plummet, trust me. Your outward spiritual life might spiral downwards, but in the end, you get all of it back because you get rewarded immensely with time freedom. In this business, when you're financially free, it comes with time freedom. And you can get rewarded immensely because you get to spend all the time with your family, friends, travel around the world, have time to devote to spirituality, and most of all, to the things that truly matter to you without money being a consideration. That's how it is. Just like in school. We did everything. Once you become a graduate, you have it or you graduate. So this business, in the building stages, it can take a lot from you. But when you see business comes with financial freedom, time freedom, the ability to live life on your terms without money being a consideration, the ability to, I know a lot of people that walked out from jobs that they didn't like. Now, why must I be obsessed with this business? Because everything I'm looking for in life is right in this business. What's the third reason why I must be obsessed with this business? The business is about helping people. Everybody should be obsessed with helping people. Imagine the smiles you put on the faces of people when they begin to earn millions of naira. Imagine by the end of this year you created 20 millionaires and you watch them. I made 1 million and look at their faces. It's affecting them. It's affecting their families. Come on, even if you're a devil, you have to be delivered. I mean, why wouldn't you be obsessed with the business that helps people? Do you know people that bought their cars? I mean, why would you not be obsessed with the business that helps people? Imagine the smile you put on people's faces when they begin to make millions of naira monthly. Imagine the life you help them give to their loved ones. Imagine the help you give to the society because you are making a lot of money. La Bonavida fed 50,000 families across Nigeria on the 21st of the on the on the 19th of December 2020. We could not dare this feat in 2009. In 2019, we only fed 5,000. Why? Because we don't have a lot of millionaires then. The target in 2021 is to feed 1 million people. And we're going to feed it because we're going to create lots of millionaires. If feeding 1 million families in 2021 is the only target, there's enough reason for you to be obsessed with it. I saw some of the videos, I wept in my heart. I saw old women dancing and thanking me. I saw people carrying the bag of rice. There was a case I saw a woman coming with the baby is not up to 1 week old. He carried the baby just to come and collect rice. If such a thing does not touch you, then God should touch your heart. In fact, if that alone is not enough for you to do this business, then you should check. God should help you. It's enough because when we make the money, guess what? We give to people. We're feeding 1 million families by 2021. You should be part of it. You should take. I'm going to feed 2,000. I'm going to feed 3,000. You should, and it's on the. You can't give what you don't have. That is why you should be obsessed with this business. What should you be? What in this business? What should you be obsessed with? What are the things you should be obsessed with? I'm a bit fast. You have to bear with me. 3 things. Number 1, personal development. You must be high on personal development. Like a junkie is high on a fix. Sell meetings, mastermind trainings, millionaire school training should be like oxygen to your brain. You cannot mix them for anything, not even for your wedding. Just like a football fan will not mix UEFA Champions League final. If Arsenal gets the Champions League final, no Arsenal fan will miss it though. If you want, let the world come to an end, they will still watch it. So if before they die, let me just watch it. That's how obsessed you should be. Now, this year I'll be invested in mentoring people to become figure earners. Personal development. In fact, what I'm going to be doing this year is training people. I tried to do it last year, but a lot of things, but this year I'm going to be committed to training people. If you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button because I'm going to put on the link where you can register for the mentorship. Now, what else should you be obsessed with? Mastering the 7 skills to become a professional. You must be addicted to mastering the skill set required to succeed in this business. You must be addicted to mastering prospecting, inviting, presentation, follow-up, close down, getting a new distributor to start effectively and promoting events. What else should you be addicted to? You should be addicted to helping your teammates to become millionaires. Even if you've not eaten a whole day, no matter how thirsty you are, if a teammate knocks on the door, oh, okay, hey, what was that? You should be addicted. You should be somebody. I'm doing like 800,000. I have like 3 more days. What do we need to do so I can get up to 1 million? You should be addicted. You should lose sleep. This task must set you on fire. Any teammate that is ready to work, stop at nothing assisting the person. You must be obsessed at helping your teammates to succeed. Guys, listen to this. When you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. When you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. People should be able to substitute your name. You must stand for La Buena Vida. You should carry your business on your head like gala. As in, everybody must know now so that what they do. If people are not making jest of you, people are not mocking you like, it's just they never jazz you, then you're not yet obsessed. Then you can't become a legend in the game. All you should think about in the morning, after and night is this business. That's how you become a legend in this game. That is how you master the game. That's how you become an authority. Everybody that knows you must know you're in the connected economy. They must know you for one thing. Now let me reiterate this. Obsession takes your time, your energy, and your money. These are limited variables in your life. You cannot afford to spread these variables across different passions. It's like you want to become a Cristiano Ronaldo and become a Roger Federer at the same time. No one who divided listen to this. Listen. No one who divided his time, energy, and monies into different fields of endeavor was ever inducted into any Hall of Fame. Nobody. Hall of Fame, they did this. No. It was one thing. Even Jesus said, he said, this one thing, for this one thing was I born. Only one. The son of only one thing. I don't know why you are carrying 20 things on your head. Only one thing, do it well. You see this business, I want to create millionaires. I will create it well. Now look, you do not need to like the connected economy business to do it. Do it for the result that it brings. Nobody really like, even in school, we didn't like to read, go to classes, attend lectures, practicals. We didn't do it. But we did it because we wanted to become graduates. We didn't like the process. We love the end result. You may not love prosperity. No, but you love the end result. I want to create millionaires. So whatever the path I need to follow, it's okay. This business is mentally tasking. It's not a walk in the park. It's for the strong-hearted. It's for the 1% crazy. Therefore, we're going to make tons of money this decade. Now, for a bunch of you reading this blueprint, if people view distantly just 1/10 of what you have swam through in this business, they will quit instantly. For most of you listening to me, if people that you know go through 1/10 of what you've gone through, they won't be in this business. And that's why I see some people leaving the WhatsApp groups. It's because they don't have the balls that you have. They are spectators, they're not participators, because talk is cheap. The participators stay in the game till it's over, whether they're winning, even if they're giving them 7-0, they're in the game. I've ever seen a football match. People that are playing the game leave the match because even if they're collecting 20-0, they're in the game. It is spectators that leave the stands. Man U is losing 2-1. Before the match ends, they're leaving. No, participators, they stay in the game. Now, residual income is for the 1% crazy. It is the 1% crazy that makes the world a better place. You should lobby to be part of the 1% crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, with the pillars to guide you, it is easy to create a millionaire in this business. Now I'm going to give you something, I'm going to give you what I call the challenge 36. That's the fifth pillar. So that's the fifth one I'm going to talk about, the challenge 36. Now, creating a millionaire in this business is, I'm going to make it very easy. I'm going to show you how to create millionaires. Very, very easy. Very easy. Very, very easy. Start what I call the challenge. As I'm talking to you, start it today. After I leave this, start the challenge 36. What is the challenge 36? Simple. How do you participate in the challenge 36? Number one, the leader should create, if for example I want to participate in the challenge 36, I must have a comprehensive timetable, daily timetable for the next 10 days. This is done every month for the next 30 days. Or BOM, QSG, question and answers, but just have my timetable set. Number two, I will choose 5 people to run the project with. And the 5 of them must be on the different legs of your DTC. That's the challenge 36. If you want to run it, just pick 5 people. Pick 5 people. Either your team, just pick 5 people. Now, the 5 people that you pick, each of them should have their team. For example, I pick Mr. Ayo. Mr. Ayo, you and your team on one leg. Miss Esther, you and your team, just pick 5 people. Even if you're new listening to me, you can recruit 5 people, 5 different people on 5 different legs, and you start the challenge 36. Now, those 5 people that you created, for example, Miss Ayo, let's assume, let me break it down. I want to do a challenge 36. I take Mr. Ayo, I take Miss Esther, I take Mr. Tunde, I take Mr. Emeka, I take Miss Tosin. The 5 of them, all right? And I say, okay, Mr. Ayo, go and get your own team. Miss Esther, get your own team. Mr. Emeka, get your own team. Tosin, get your own team. Whatever. Now, once they get their own team, you work with each of them to make sure that each team generates 36 codes in 30 days. Only 36 codes. Mr. Ayo, if Ayo has like 4 or 5 or 6 downlines, or Ayo and your team generate 36 codes. Only 36 codes in 30 days. For 30 days, even if it's upgrade, whatever, just 36 codes. Guess what? You become a millionaire. If you do it successfully, you'll have made 1,008,000 after they remove gift checks, after they remove travel reward, after all the deductions, you make at least 1,008,000 in 1 month. without you even signing up anybody, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on different legs to generate 36 codes in a month. If Aya has, look at how easy it is. If Aya has like 5 people in his team, Aya, you have 5 people. All you guys are going to give me 36 codes in one full month. That's a piece of cake. If somebody signs on 15 account, that's 36 minus 15. That's 21 codes remaining already. Already, if somebody signs up 7 account, 2 people sign, I mean, it's easy to get 36 codes from a team. It's very easy. Now, if everybody in Ayo's team decides to get a total of 12 people, in the whole of Ayo's team, let's assume there are 6. Every day you must get 12. You and your team must get 12 people in the presentation hall, either online or offline. In 30 days, you must have gotten 360 people in the presentation hall. Law average says you should get at 6. That's if it's 1 account each. And when you do QSG CAS, it's impossible for them not to upgrade. Very easy. You become a millionaire. Simple, straightforward. For this new year, because of this, we're not going to be working normally in the ICMO checklist. We have the 444 worksheet when you want to become an emerging leader. But because we need to create millionaires fast, we need to move it to 555 worksheets. Now it will become normally it's 444 worksheet. We work with get 4 people to get 4 people. Now we're working with 5 people now. So a new 555 worksheet will be created. So you work with 5 legs right now because we need to create millionaires. We need to do it fast. The vision is to raise 50,000 millionaires by 2024. We need to move fast. We need to create millionaires. Because if you're working with 5 people, you earn on 4 accounts minimum. If you're working with 4 people, you earn on 3 accounts. If you're working with 3, if you're doing the 444 worksheet, if you're working with 4 people, you earn on 3 accounts maximum. Can't earn on more than 3 accounts. If you're working with 4 people, you earn on 4 accounts. 4 accounts, you become a millionaire easily than working with 4 people and you're earning 3 accounts. So leaders should make the 555 worksheet immediately and begin to work on 5 different legs. All right. Now, if you do that, if each of the legs generates just 36 codes in 30 days, only 36 codes, you made 1,008,000 after all the deduction. Now, consequently, for the team that successfully completes the challenge 36, if they did 3 consecutive times, guess what will happen to them? They can now, if for example, Ayo does the challenge 36 1 month, does the second month, but the 3rd month, he now Ayo will begin to run the challenge 36 on his teams. That's how he duplicates. I've done it once. Yay! Ayo did the challenge. Yay! He did the second. Yay! Okay, Ayo, start your challenge. Gather your 5 people. Get them, start running it. They can do it. They can do it. Before you know it, Ayo will start raising millionaires as well. Before you know it, it will be millionaires everywhere. Now, any team that successfully completes the challenge 36 3 consecutive times can initiate their teammates. Initiative for their teammates. Before you know it, it will be raining millionaires everywhere. 36 codes a month. Now, as I talk to you right now, 36 codes a month becomes the minimum standard. If you and your team are doing less than 36 codes a month, it calls for a state of emergency. 36 codes a month. You can't do less than that. All right, as I begin to close, as I begin to move to the final rounding off of this, I'm going to talk about the Vision 2024. Now, listen very carefully. The vision is to raise 50,000 multi-millionaires in the connected economy. The benchmark is to produce at least 50,000 people that are making nothing less than 1 million naira monthly by the year 2024. This is what I've signed. I've signed it. I've signed for this. All my leaders, everybody has signed for this. 50,000, just like we said, we're going to feed 50,000. We fed about 56,000 people actually. Last December, our target was 50,000. We fed about 56,000 people. Crazy. We've signed to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires by 2024. I'm sure we'll do more than that. Now, this mission is not for the juvenile spirited, whose attention span cannot hold water. It is not for the child at heart, who stands on shaky grounds of giving excuses. This project is not for the pessimistic nag. This vision is not for the lily liver, nor for the cowards to adversity or rejection. This undertaking is strictly for the courageous, the undeterred, the unbendable. People that will say, man, I can't be stopped. You see this? We're doing it though. If you want, let coronavirus or virus go. I am unstoppable. I can't be stopped. 50,000, just like we said we're going to feed 50,000, and we fed it. Despite the odds, we did it. 2024, we're raising 50,000 monthly millionaires. Now, it's for people who function outside the limitations of excuses. You see, I empower the team this. If anybody in your team is giving you, shift the person aside. Just thank you. Just shift. Let the people that will do this business come with me. This vision, the people that will do it are out there. Is if you don't become part of this 50,000, right before your very eyes, you will see it. When we started 4 years ago, we said it now. We said we'll be driving beamers, driving cars. We said it. I like leave other people. They saw it, they ate their words, they saw it. It's not, except the world comes to an end, we'll go to heaven. 50,000 multi-millionaires has been raised already. It's either you're part of it or you're standing by the side. Hey, they said it though. Hey, don't be the one that those millionaires. But you are there now. Why don't you know ambassador? Hey, you know ambassador. Hey, no, don't be like that. We're going to raise 50,000. That's why That's why we're obsessed with this thing. 50,000 people that can say yes, I make at least $1 million. I help my family. I'm not stranded. I take care. That's what we're planning for. So it's for people that are not ready to give excuses. Now, the theme of this year is creating millionaires, no excuses. So I cannot round up this blueprint without saying something about excuses. Let me tell you something about excuses. Excuses are the currency with which you use to buy failure. Anybody and everybody can achieve what they want out of life if they're ready to discard excuses. I cannot buy this water without money. I bring out money, I buy water. Excuses are what you use to buy failure. You use excuses, you purchase failure. Excuses, no matter how valid they are the reasons why you're still where you are. If that place is undesirable. Excuses is why you're still playing small. Excuses is why you're not yet a millionaire. Excuses is the reason why you're not going to create multi-millionaires. Listen, excuses is the only thing stopping you from becoming who you're supposed to be. Excuses are what differentiate champions from losers. Champions reject excuses while losers accept it. In fact, champions stay far from excuses. Losers go on to accommodate excuses. Not just accommodate them, but also create a long-term relationship with excuses. You are never defeated until you accept defeat. People that are defeated are people that have accepted excuses. The fourth thing to know about excuses is excuses are your worst enemy. But at first glance, they appear to be your best friend, no matter how valid it is. They appear to be your best friend that accompany you, console you, give you moral support until you realize that they're in fact the reason why you're not moving forward. Any excuse you have for not creating millionaires is to reject them, divorce them, doubt them, discard them, cut them off. Because as long as you continue to play house with them, you will never reach your goals. No matter how valid the excuse is, don't accommodate them. Just like obliging a serial killer in your home because this is stranded now. He's stranded, and you bring a serial killer into your house. No, you already know what the scenario will be. You see a snake. Hey, this snake is cold though. You bring a snake into your house because the rain is beating it. That's how excuses are. Discard excuses. Discard excuses. Excuses, they perform like viruses. When they enter your body, they weaken your immune system. In this case, your mind is weakened and leaves incapacitated. One of my best sayings is that you can't make money and make excuses. You can either make money or you make excuses. You can't make both. No matter how valid those excuses are, please discard them. I beg you. I beg you. Let me give you two more things to know about excuses before we move forward. Excuses, they come to everybody. The truth is, excuses remains only where they are housed. Because same excuse you're giving is the same excuse the other person also has and is not taking it. The other person that is achieving his goal also gets visited by the same excuses, but they do not open the doors to them when they come knocking. The same excuse now comes to you, opens the door, you let them in, and you justify it. Our excuses are not as novel as we tend to believe and often justify ourselves by. Others have the same excuse or even heavier but turn their back on the same excuses. And that's why they achieve themselves the same goals that we would have if not that we allow the excuses to come in between it. Finally, excuses are like friction. They come in the opposite direction to oppose motion. But just like motion cannot occur without friction, friction comes to oppose motion. But without friction, motion cannot take place. Excuses come to aid you, but like friction, you must overcome it to be able to succeed. Motion takes place when you overcome frictional force that exists to oppose motion. Excuses are meant to overcome, and that's how you win. That's the biggest obstacle, but you must overcome them to win. From the biblical psychology, man is not meant to give excuse. The first excuse that man gave, that's why he disobeyed God. They threw him out of the Garden of Eden. Man is created in the image and likeness of God. Imagine God giving excuse. He can't give excuses. There's nothing God cannot cut through, change, create, or obliterate. His ability is immeasurable, and we're created in his image and likeness. Now imagine a God that we worship giving excuses to inability. The reason I cannot help you is because we won't accept it, of course. Based on understanding, but you're God now, but you're created in God's image. Do not take excuses, do not give excuses. In this case, no excuse from man is tenable, because just as God is a creator, you're also a creator. Man is a problem solver. You're a solution finder. You're created to solve problems. You're created to find solution. Man has a soul, unlike lesser mammals. You have been empowered to dominate the earth. When you give excuses, it's like the earth is dominating you. Everything that you see can be conquered. You have been designed to conquer it. Don't give excuses. The moment you begin to give excuses, it's like you're saying that the earth is supposed to dominate, is not dominating you. That's why man has overcome everything, even including the coronavirus. Now, what are the common excuses that we give in this business? I'm going to trash some of them. I don't have money to start the business. I don't have money to upgrade. Now, the antidote is this. Most of the successful leaders you see in the business today did not have money to start. They borrowed money, and today they're multimillionaires. So I say, I don't know how to convince people. Me, for one, never knew how to convince people. But I learned it. It's learnable. Whatever you don't know is for you to go and learn it. You didn't know further maths in school, but you learned it. If you studied accounting in school, you didn't know it, but you want to learn it. You don't know how to convince people. You can't learn it. You see, convincing a person begins with the knowledge about the subject matter, and you succeed based on your knowledge. So if you don't know how to convince, can't learn it, whatever it takes. All right. Now, everybody is good at the thing. This is not my thing. I know I can do. Talking to people is not my thing. There's nothing that is anybody's thing. No. Those who are no skill set is reserved for a chosen set of people. Those who are good at certain things first became interested in it. A huge percentage of the jobs that people do is not their thing. I worked in a bank. Bank was not my thing. I did study banking in school. I found myself in the bank. But because it was giving me money, I did it. And I became good at it. So the people you see today are the people that mastered the skills of the profession. They were not always good, but they were interested about it. So become interested so you can learn it. All my downlines are not working. Human beings are the same anywhere. We recruit more people that will work, period. I don't know anybody. Then, you don't know anybody? Oh, yeah. They come and do the business. Go out and socialize. Go and prospect. Start making friends. People will not fall into the sky for you to know them. You need to be social to thrive in this industry. You don't know anybody. Go out there and know people. All my friends don't want to do this business. Look for strangers, make friends with them, and sell the business to them. Most of my friends didn't start. I was talking to one of them some days ago. I said, most of my friends, when I started, they didn't join me. They didn't join me in this business. Most of them, they laughed at me. They did not join me. But I'm successful today. This business is hard. Yes, I agree. But being broke, poor, and beggarly is also hard. Choose your own hard. I remember a lady that came one day. She was asking me for money. I showed her the business. She said she was so interested. She came back to me the following. I said, this business is hard. I said, which one is harder? You going around begging for money for your rent, or you doing this business? Choose your own hard. You being broke and begging money and you doing this, which one is harder? A lot of people are not accepting to join this business. That is the reason you're getting paid to get people to join the business. The money in your DTC comes as a result of the people you connected to the business. People are not accepting. That's why you're getting paid. Crowd one, all these Ponzi schemes have spoiled market for us. On the contrary, the Ponzi schemes have actually opened the market for us because the presence of fake only suggests there's an original. We have the original. Those who fell for crowd one and other Ponzi schemes now know that these are fakes. That means there's one that is genuine. They're looking for you. Any excuse you present, whether it be real or fabricated, is not tenable because every successful person, whatever field, had the same excuses or even more, and they overcame it. I used to be a champion of excuses. Yes, I used to be a champion. If you knew me 7 years back, I was a champion of excuses. If I want to bring something to me, I'm thinking about the reasons why it will not work. Until one day, in fact, I tell people that's the day that changed me. One day, my eyes opened to a fact, and I discovered that all those things I complained about were the main reasons I would become a billionaire in the business. I figured out that if this business was easy, I will not be able to make the kind of money I look forward to making. I saw those excuses as a reason why a lot of people will not do this business. That's why the few people that stay put and do this business will be stinkingly rich. I perceive that if this business was easy for everyone, the law of supply and demand will play out. Because as people get to rushing, the law of supply and demand will just move the money from the business. Because wherever there is high demand and supply, you can't make money again. I observe that people selling ice cream. If we're looking to go and do what people like, go and sell ice cream. What everybody will like you for selling ice cream. People that sell ice cream, they don't make money. They either sell it on top of their bicycles under the heat of the sun, or they're behind the counter. So people that used to do acrobatic, selling ice cream acrobatic, they only earn salary. They're not wealthy. The people that buy the franchise are the ones making the money. If you want to make some cool cash, you need to venture into an unpopular area by virtue of rating and controversy. That's where the money is. Don't be looking for something. No, I want to go and do real estate. All those places that people have said, there's no money there. You need to go to a place that people don't, there's a lot of controversy, there's a lot of criticism. That's where you need to go. Nobody will pay you good money to sell Coca-Cola or ice cream. You're paid because the reason you're paid the kind of money, the reason you're going to raise millionaires is because the public has not fully come to terms with the connected economy. They are yet to fully understand it. You're paid to sell the connected economy to people. And the day the world accepts it fully, nobody will pay you good money. Although people like us, people that are doing the business, of course, start making money. People that are coming those times, they won't make that kind of money anymore because everybody's accepting it, just like water. Nobody will pay you money for it. Everybody takes water. You don't need to pay anybody money. You can't give somebody a referral bonus of 4,005 because he told somebody to buy water. No, it doesn't happen. I'll have to stop here for now. I'm going to continue the rest through my mentorship program. But before I close, I'm going to talk about the few projects for 2021. Now, Feed the Family Project Season 4. We'll be feeding 1 million families in December 2021. We'll be feeding 1 million families in December 2021. Team leads will begin to decide how many families they want to feed and begin to save towards it from now. 1 million families by 20 from the monies we're going to make. Now, tell people if the only reason you're doing this business is to be part of the feed the 1 million people is enough. Then number 2, we're going to have the beginning of the year retreat. Every team leader should organize an offline start of the year retreat. It's compulsory. Once the partial lockdown is over, all released to Abuja or to wherever you're having your distance, there has to be an offline beginning of the year retreat. It's compulsory for every member. Now, why some members can organize the leaders retreat online, but offline beginning of the year retreat, once the lockdown is over, is a must. Then rural projects, like one of that will be invested in rural projects. We're going to be building boreholes in remote places. We're going to give water to villages. We're going to be building schools. In fact, I remember when I was growing up, we used to fetch water like this, look to 5 liter. You carry it and go and put it in wheelbarrow. That's how when I was going. That's where we used to fetch water. And one day I was asking myself, Is it possible that somebody, as when we used to go, was almost 1 kilometer to go and come back, or a kilometer or even more? When I was asking myself, what if somebody comes in front of my street and puts a borehole there? I don't have to go to 1 kilometer to fetch water. That would have been heaven for me. There are people in the villages that are praying for somebody one day to come and put a borehole for them. There are people that don't understand what light is. They are praying for somebody to come and put electricity for them. How much will it cost to put a borehole? How much will it cost to put electricity? They don't want the heaven they're talking about, they want to experience it on earth. There are people that don't have schools. They just want someone to just build a 4 blocks or 5 blocks of school. There are teachers that are willing to teach, but no place to teach us. There are people that don't have dispensary units. What does it take to build a small hospital? What does it take? It doesn't take money. How much is it? How much is it to do these things? You're not going to die if you say, okay, let me build a small hospital. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't cost, they will give you the land. You don't need to go and buy land. If you can't meet the village chief, you want to build a small hospital, they will give you land, take land. How much does it take to raise blocks? How much does it take? How much does it take? If you bring 4 million, 5 million, you can do something massive and amazing. And that's what this business is all about. That is what we're going to do this year. We don't have to, yes, we're going to be, but we don't have to, like little things we're going to be invested in, helping people to live the good life, putting a smile on people's face. There are people that are getting diarrhea, dysentery, all kinds of things because they're drinking water that you can't even believe human beings are drinking. What does it take to just put water for them? Those are the things that these businesses are going to help us do. So we're going to be involved in rural projects, and it's going to be team leads. It's going to be done remotely by team leads. It's going to be done at leaders it will be coordinated by leaders at different levels. Then the Oli project, in order to cater for the segment of society that loves to sell and hawk, the Oli project, which was launched in 2016, will be revived. Oli stands for Organic Life Project. It's a project where some people will be empowered to sell organic products and make a living out of it. It will be totally different from the La Buena Vida. Now, Oli project, some people say, okay, I want to sell products. It's in La Buena Vida, we don't sell products. But some people that say, let me just sell one city for 7 and make 500 naira. Fine, we empower them. They can sell, they make money, no problem. But it's totally different from La Buena Vida. There's people that don't have 38,000, 44,000 naira, but they can sell and they make profit and they come and use the money and start the business. It's fine. We're going to empower those kind of people. Now, epilogue. Oof. As I begin to close, for those of us that know this, as I begin to close, why there's a lot of uncertainty about the year 2021? Why there's a lot of uncertainty about how the year 2021 will unfold? Some things are very certain. One is the fact that a lot of people are going to make money in the connected economy this year. And a lot of people for sure are going to enroll in the connected economy. Some will do it by choice, some will do it by force. So many people will be forced to give up their excuses and participate in the connected economy, or see themselves plunged below poverty lines as their other preferred options is becoming displaced by the fast changing economy. When I was growing up, my mom we hated vegetable soup. My mom loved vegetable soup. When she goes to market, she will pack all the vegetables in the market and she will come back. Now, what we hated it was because the work involved in making that vegetable soup was crazy. You have to peel all those things and all that. So one day, after making the soup, we said we're not eating. Even though the soup was good, just said we're not eating. And she got worried. So like, okay, we said the soup is not sweet because we figured that if we don't eat it, she's not gonna be bringing vegetable in the whole market for us to be peeling and be doing the soup. And we said we're not eating. And she got worried. She's okay. She's now started making other arrangement. I can't cook rice. She started making other arrangement for food. And it worked. For some time, she stopped going to market to buy vegetable. After some months, I don't know what entered her head. She went to market again, got all the vegetable in the market and brought it home. I was like, okay, no problem. We'll do the work, but we'll not eat. But, but when she finished, she now told us that. When I said, no, we will not. That the soup is not sweet. She said, we have not even tested the soup to know it's not sweet. So she figured out that was a game. And guess what? She said, if you guys are not eating vegetable soup, nothing, no food. So we waited from afternoon 1, 2, 3, 4 till 9. There was no other alternative. We're the ones that went to bring out the vegetable soup, and we started eating like that. That's what's going to happen. They're going to say, I don't like this business. Yeah. Now, once all the options are going to be displaced, they will have no choice but to come and run the business of the connected economy. Now, so many people will be forced to give up their excuses and participate in the connected economy or see themselves plunge below poverty lines as their other preferred options hitherto become displaced by the fast-changing economy. As history reminds us, at the advent of education received much rejection. The government chased people around to give out scholarships. However, as time went by, it became very crystal clear that without education, the chances of economic survival were very slim. People swallowed their words, chucked their excuses, and today we see how education is revered in society. Because those days, my dad said the government was chasing people. Come and go to school, come and go to school, come and take scholarship. People are running. All this white men thing we don't want. But a time came when people are the ones lobbying for education. Now, the harvest of the connected economy is ripe. There will be an influx of people willing to give our business a try. Some people will call you and say, that's your business. Just, they've looked everywhere, there's no other option though. Come and even show me how is that. They'll eat their words, they'll do it. Come and even show me. Let me even know how this thing is done. That they've checked other. You see, it's a trend, it's a revolution. There's nothing you can do about it. Whether you like it or not, everybody's coming back to this business. Whether you accept it today or you accept it tomorrow, there are some people that will leave this business after 2 years, they will come back because that's the connected economy. I don't want to use phone, I don't want to use phone. You still have to use phone, whether you like it or not. This is where it is. The harvest for the connected economy is ripe. There are a lot of people calling you to come and do the business. But my question is this: will you be around to reap the harvest that is coming? Or will you be in absentia because you quit? This Buena Vida is the next revolution. The reason is because it's premised on helping people to live the good life. The next vogue is the good life. People are addicted to seeking the good life. As I said, but on Instagram, everybody, yay, people are borrowing money. That's the world we live in. People are borrowing money to live the good life. They are borrowing money to buy phones. You see a student that is not working, he's using iPhone 11 Pro Max. You see somebody whose salary is 50K, he's using a phone that is 300K, 400K, 500K. That is his yearly salary. They are addicted to living the good life. That's why La Buena Vida must sell, because people want to learn how to live the good life. And finally, our business is in helping people. That's why we cannot go under. God empowers and facilitates whatever that is committed to helping people to be successful. That is why we can never go under. Because if we go under, a lot of people will not become millionaires. If we go under, 50,000 people will not become millionaires. If we go under, people will not be able to pay their children school fees. If we go under, people will not be able to live life on their terms. That's why God empowers us. That's why if you don't have a heart of gold, forget it. God's going to help people that have a heart of gold, people that are passionate about, people that have not eaten all day, but they're still helping people to succeed. Welcome to the new year, 2021, our year of creating millionaires. And I'm going to end with this affirmation. I'm going to type it out. I have a heart of gold. Now, every morning in your Psalm meeting, when you wake up, you say this affirmation. My name is Ambassador Michael Okoli. I have a heart of gold, a heart that cares for the success of other people. I am selfless. I'm always looking out for my teammates and prospects. People that join my business become very successful within a short period of time. I am disciplined and I follow through on my commitments. I am a success and I create success at will. Nothing can stop me from realizing my potential in the connected economy. I am a multi-millionaire and I am a millionaire creator and I have no excuses. Welcome to 2021, our year of creating millionaires with no excuses. I remain your humble, spare servant leader, Ambassador Michael Okoli, the entrepreneur mentor and the president of C21MG. Thank you. Now, for those of us that are on this, I need you to, for those of us that are watching me right now, if you've not subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe to it immediately, because I'm going to be sharing some things from this. And thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for being part of the 2021 blueprint. Have a wonderful day. I bring this meeting to a close.